G'day everyone, thanks for joining us. The Yowies are down the Billabong. Yeah, I know, it's a carp haven, but fishing's fishing. Just love reeling them in. Anyhow, got the swag set up at the stick shelter, tripod over the fire. It's late in the afternoon again. I'm peckish, so I'm going to be sticking the camp oven on, and I'm going to be making pottage. Medieval pottage, but the Yowie way. And I'm also super hungry, and I might be having something after that as well, so stay tuned for that one, because that's going to be even yummier than the soup. Anyhow, I got the rods in and everything's all set up, so let's get into it. Alright, like I said, medieval pottage. Make sure the camp oven's not too hot. Cool. Now what goes into pottage is a very poor man's soup. So it was like all the cheapest vegetables, and it wasn't even vegetables really, it was just grains and water. But what we got was celery, carrot, onion and turnip or sweet potato. So they go in there. We're going to brown them off just a little bit. Like I said, it's got a Yowie twist on it, so we're going to put in a couple of little favourites, like a bit of garlic as well. But yeah, pottage, check it out, Google it. It's a real shitty soup. Put this back on the heat, and we'll add a heap of water. That was the main ingredient, water. Water and oats, barley, all sorts of grains, even swept off the floor. But we're going to do it the Yowie way. We're going to spoil ourselves. Alright, let that heat up. Let's have a look inside. Bubbling away nicely. Get this off. Right, like I said, grains. So we're going to chuck some brown rice in. Just normal cooking oats. Not gravy. We'll give that a stir. I'll just go and get the spoon. Right, got my spoon. And probably add a bit more water. Back on with the lid, then we'll throw some more in it in about half an hour. Right, it's still boiling along slowly. Oh, that's hot. Still boiling along slowly. Like I said, we're going to add some more. Said grains, but you know, we're going to do it the Yowie way. We've got some pasta, little rizzoni pasta. I'm going to chuck that in. And some couscous. Never get that right. Couscous, couscous. If it was couscous, it'd be double O. It's like couch, but with, you know. Don't even know what it is exactly. I think it's corn. Alright, leave that to tick along and we might have a sample. Alright, pottage, medieval pottage is ready. Take the lid off. Someone forgot the soup ladle, so we'll do it like they did in the medieval days. They used cups. Alright, bring it over, so show you what it looks like. Yeah. Gruel, no. Pottage. Alright, let's have a big chunk of the carrot. Like I said, carrot was a luxury. They had no vegetables at all. Pretty much just porridge, I reckon, with a bit of leaf. But that's hot. Tastes alright though. Sort of tastes like porridge with veggie soup. But yeah, it's hearty. It's like the longer you let it sit, the thicker it gets. Doesn't taste too bad. Hate to have lived on it, but I might cook something else up. I'll tell you what. That pottage, the medieval pottage, you can eat it. Tastes like shit. You couldn't live on it. But, yeah, like I said, you got to feed a Yowie meat, so I'm going to have some meat. What we're having, we'll put mince, like a big sausage, straight up here. And chuck them over the coals, give them a bit of a turn, and I'm going to put them in my guts. Alright, let me get cooking. Garlic and herb, pepper, A little bit of salt. And some breadcrumbs to help it stick to the kebab stick. Mrs. Yowie said not to burn them because they're her fondue forks or things, or I don't know what a fondue is, but it sounds like you have a fun time doing it. But yeah, I've got to not burn the ends. Alright, mix all this up and I'll try and put it on the stick. Alright, there we have them on the sticks. I'm glad I didn't film it. The video would go for 3 days if I had to do that. It was a bit tricky getting it on there. But I think we're right to go now to put them on the fire. But before we do that, just going to top it up with a little bit more garlic. Only for the smell around the campfire, because I can hear someone off in the distance and I hope to make them jealous. Because this is better than that vegetable porridge. Alright, now I'm going to go and sort the fire out. Seems to be working. Just hope the meat stays on them sticks. Skewers. Fondue stabbers. Not only shouldn't I film the making of them things because they kept falling off the stick, but yeah, when I cooked them, they didn't stay on. So I still got me meat. So well, got my hand in the light there. Still got me meat. And me veggie porridge, pottage. So yeah, gonna tuck into this. Oh, that's what it needs, meat. Yeah, I was at the pub the other day and this bloke looked over at me and he said, "You're that Yowie fella trying to catch all the fish." He says, "You're doing it wrong." He said, "What you want to try is a bit of goat fat, ironically." But he said, "Try that." He was catching cod. So I'm going to chuck a little bit of this goat fat on my hook. You can still hear him jumping. Yeah, something like that. Give them a good feed. See how we go. And I've got one more little bit left, so I'm going to have a last ditch attempt at trying to get some yabbies. Haven't had any luck all year through summer, but since the weather's dropped, yeah, we caught a few in the shrimp net. So I thought, well, hey, give it a shot. Chuck some meat in there and throw her in. Yeah, well, I thought that guy at the pub that told me about the goat, put some goat fat on your hook. I thought he was telling me pork pies. But no. The rod's been going off quite a bit. I just had one then. I don't know how big he was, but it's pretty dark. So it took me into the snags and lost it. But so far so good. Yeah, if I hook anything up, I'll let you have a look. But if not, I'll see you in the morning. Just finishing off me Milo. And I'm going to hit the sack. It's about midnight. Sorry about the background noise. The highway's about 2.5 k's as a crow flies. And it's pretty noisy. So sorry about the background noise. Like I said, if I get anything, I'll bring you back. If not, see you in the morning. Good morning, everyone. I didn't get a chance to get this one on the film. It was a bit quick. I'm still on the goat fat on the hook. Seems to be working. But yeah, stinking carp, like I said, it's a billabong. You don't want to be picked up. There you go. First one for the morning. Whoops. got him off. Man, you beauty. Come on. All right. Whew. That was fun. Shot. All right, it's not that big, but hey, not much going on this morning, so we'll chuck him on. 73 centimetres. $3 kilos neat. There you go. Not me PB, but there's something big out there. It's stirring up the mud. It's all about the goat, about the goat. 3 for the morning. Now I wouldn't say the fishing's going ballistic, but it's not too bad. Anyhow, time for brekkie, brunch, lunch. There we go. Eggs on toast. Bob's your grandma. So these little buggers are trying to take my bait. The meat I've been using in the nets and on the hook. This guy comes along, thinks he can have it. Yeah, I did cut up a little bit of meat and stuck it on the branch. Little butcher birds had come down and taken that meat, but now it's like he's taken off and gone and told all his mates. There's about 8 of them flying around me. Now I did check the nets earlier. Like I said, last ditch attempt at finding yabbies. I pulled this one in and 2 yabbies in here. Oop, that one just lost a claw. Yes. There's 2 more. Oh, look at this little fly. Tiny little one. And that little guy. Blue one. One shrimp. Alright, we'll put these back in the water before they start killing each other. Well, I think it's time I cleaned up all my mess. After we had the medieval pottage. Tell you what, I'm farting like a trooper after that. Not too bad though, nice and filling, nice and warm. Not a bad job. Anyhow, like I said, I'm going to get to cleaning this up. Yeah, not a bad overnighter with the fishing. Got a 73 centimetre, 3 kilos. And the other 2 are a bit smaller than him. Apart from that, not too bad. The guy in the pub was right. He said I was doing it wrong, I should try goat. Good on to you, Bob. Thanks for the advice, mate. Alright everyone, all packed up and ready to go. So yeah, I'm going to say cheerio for now. Be safe around the campfire. Stay tuned. for the next episode. Oh, and don't forget to check out the merch.